Hello, YouTube users. This is Julio Cruz speaking. Good afternoon. It's 6 p.m. right now, Wednesday, and I am happy to welcome you once again to my YouTube web space. In this part 3 tutorial, for our 3D video game Tropical Heat, will be this session will be the application section that we have included right now. The second part of this video is going to give the announcements and news, so check that out. And the first thing that I wanted to announce is that I recently finished, surprise, to translate the Dante's Inferno poem to the iPod Touch and for the iPhone as well. Thanks to the help of my brother Cali Cruz, which is my twin brother. Cali, say hi.
Hello.
Cali is right here, and he helped me with transferring the text from the textbook to the Microsoft Word, and from Microsoft Word we transfer it to TextEdit to the Macintosh. In this session of the video, we will check quickly how we created the program digital book of Dante's Inferno. In this case, the first thing that we did is that we created all the files or classes that we wanted to create in this section. Here we have Dante Application Delegate, .h and .m. In this section of the source code, we basically program, it's called a switch view controller, which is, we have the main view that is going to appear in the iPod and iPhone. In this situation, we program UI window that is the outlet or the main view window that is going to display. We're going to link it to the outlet switch view controller. In this section, what we are assigning from the class, we are initializing the class with switch view controller so we can have access to it. As well, we did the same thing for the UI window, the main window, and we linked it both. In the .m, which is .m such as the C++ extension, but for Objective-C is .m extension. In this case, we import the Dante Application Delegate.h, and we also linked or imported switch view controller.h so we can make the appropriate commands. Implementation Dante Application Delegate is basically implementing the class of Dante Application Delegate. Synthesize window and switch view controller, those are the output of windows, such as the main window as well as the switch view controller. Here is the first function that we encounter, is going to return nothing. It says application that's finished launching. UI application, which is our main application function. Window add self view, which is from the first main window, we have a self view window, which is switch view controller. We will check that out when we are seeing the section in main window.xiv and Dante view controller.xiv, which is the section of interface builder application. So we continue with window make key invisible. Then we have void deallocation, where we deallocate memory for the windows to be release all the memory that we have there, or we will have what I believe, as well as we have in C++, a linked memory, linkage, or linking, or a linked memory in other words. As well, we do the same thing with switch view controller, and we allocate all of the necessary memory that we have. That also happens in other sources folder in the main .m, where we have our main function of the application. For those that know C and C++, this should be very familiar, except this as NS auto release pool, NS auto release pool allocation initialization. This sets all the necessary memory to the application, and here we load any necessary arguments and variables to the application of the main window. Then we release the memory and we return the necessary values again to the program. Next, we're going to go to switch view controller function .h. This is where we're going to include the other files that we created: Dante interest.h, Dante interest.m, Dante index.h, Dante index.m. These are the two different views that we're going to use for the switch view controller. Here, UI view controller, we have to define Dante interest with the Dante interest to be used. In other words, the class that we want to use, we want to initialize it. That is Dante interest and Dante index. Next, nanoatomic and retain, those are the necessary retention of information that are needed in the application. I have to confess, I'm not 100% sure of the information because I haven't really learned that well the Objective-C. I have been programming, I have been following information from beginning iPhone programming language, the textbook. Here, this is very simple. This is IV action switch view ID sender. This is a button that we are going to assign in the interface builder later on. Now we're going to go to switch view controller.m. Here we import the switch view controller.h, or we link or we include in C++ compilers such as Visual Basic, actually Visual Studio. We import Dante interest.h. We also import Dante index.h. Here, the implementation of the class, we have initialized, and we have initialized also we synthesize Dante interest and Dante index. Here's a function where it's going to, the first thing that we want to load is the interface of Dante interest view. Here we allocate the necessary memory and we initialize with a NIT or the interface file named Dante interest, as you can see it over here, Dante interest.siv, which is the interface file. Bundle neo, which is a null function, and here we just pass. Here we initialize the Dante interest view. Here we assign it to Dante interest, which is, this is what we're going to displace. We're going to take it from here to there and from there to here. Why? I have no idea why yet. Have no idea. Please bear with me. Here it says self.view. That's simple. That's understandable. We want that same document to be viewed. And insert subview, as far as I understand, is the different hierarchy of views that the iPod Touch has and the iPhone has. So that's a different that's a different story that we need to tell. And then we release